Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks Best Country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Land USA, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey, good morning. Only Sarah this morning with Diana, my other half. Changed genders on me. Look at her.
Well, good morning, folks.
Right. Yeah. That baritone. You can't do it. You cannot create.
No, I'm not going to even try.
Yeah. The thing that's recognizable is the voice. You know what I mean? Like men who have that. Yes. Well, thanks for waking up early. It's cold. Springfield School is out again. It is the third straight day in a row, I think mainly because of the cold temperatures. The side roads, some of those are still slick. And then bus stops, as you know, would be freezing cold. But it is their first AMI day, which stands for Alternative Method of Instruction, which means in order to get credit for schooling today, Springfield students will have to log into Canvas or else complete the work that they were sent home from their AMI packet.
And all the parents are rejoicing right now.
I know. Yeah.
There's at least something for them to do.
That's what tough, right? With working parents during the day. Yeah, that's hard.
Hard. Well, Missouri roads are in much better shape this morning after a statewide snow event over the weekend. MoDOT says crews used more than 1,400 plows. Wow. I was going to say 1,400. Same number. 1,400 plows, 2,400 drivers, and 20,000 tons of salt to clear roadways. Most major routes are now clear or mostly clear across the state. Drivers are still urged to use caution on these secondary roads. So be careful out there.
I can second that. The secondary roads, like near where I drive regularly, are still pretty hairy. So
I still like to go fast around them.
Ugh.
It's terrible. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Do not do that. You will regret it. Springfield and Republic firefighters took advantage of the cold weather for some training. Yikes, freezing cold training to do water rescues, but that's what they did. They said that they needed to get the practice in when they could. So they trained at a pond near Elfindale using sleds, drones, and thermal imaging, which is neat. Officials say the first minutes after someone falls through ice are definitely the most dangerous. They're reminding people who have not done the training to not go in after someone.
Yeah. Well, you guys were talking about that the other day with the animals. I mean, I think it's so easy to want to try to help and you think you're okay. And no.
The lady in Stone County, she was going in after her dog that ran off. So you understand like the desire to get the dog, but fortunately the bystander knew a thing or two about cold water and ice rescues. Yeah.
Well, Springfield-based Convoy of Hope is responding to the major ice storm that knocked out power across parts of the South. Millions lost electricity and hundreds of thousands are still in the dark. The organization Convoy is sending water and food, blankets, and other supplies to hard-hit areas, including Mississippi, Tennessee, and Georgia. Convoy says extending winter power outages can quickly turn into life-threatening situations for families. So
yes.
Good to have them.
Yes. City utilities. This is interesting. Some city utilities customers woke up to cooler homes Monday morning after their smart thermostat was temporarily adjusted. This is so interesting. The change was part of CU's voluntary peak rewards program. It's designed to reduce energy use during extreme demand. Thermostats were lowered about 2 degrees for 4 hours during that record cold day. CU says the move saved enough energy to power about 200 homes, which I did not recognize. I mean, I love that you can sign up for that program. I mean, that's just smart. Like, it's a great way to save money. And it kind of forces you, if you will, to do it, even though it's voluntary, like, but it automatically adjusts the thermostat. I'm like, that's brilliant. But also I bet that you would feel it, you know?
Well, I actually did, because I looked at our thermostat and I was like, hey, this seems colder.
So, okay. Are you in peak? We're not in peak rewards.
Well, I guess I'm not in peak rewards either. Maybe it's
You
just
might
an
be,
issue.
because you could sign up for it. Like maybe your husband did that. I don't know. I don't think
Well,
we're in it, but I mean, but I like the idea of it. I
I
like,
do
wow,
too.
that's yeah.
I guess I need to check into that. Good point. It just felt cold upstairs compared to downstairs. So
Yeah.
okay, well, speaking of cold, the cold weather brought an unusual sight to Springfield on Tuesday. Penguins playing in the snow. Oh my goodness. 17 Gen 2 penguins from Wonders of Wildlife were allowed outside to explore the winter weather. Caretakers say that outdoor time provides important enrichment and lets the animals choose how they spend their day. The penguins returned inside after a few hours in the chill. That's adorable. Oh my
That's
God. Aren't
so
you
fun. I wish I would have known about it in advance, honestly, because that would have been a sight to see.
I bet they have it on video.
It's got to be a rare occasion that it's cold enough for penguins to go outside in Springfield. You know,
Oh, so fun.
it's neat. Missouri is seeing a positive trend on its roads, with traffic fatalities falling for a third straight year. Preliminary numbers show 911 people died in crashes in 2025. That's down 5% from the year before. So heading in the right direction. MoDOT says it's the first 3-year decline since 2019. State leaders are urging drivers to buckle up, slow down, and put the phone away.
Yeah. And Springfield Milk Donation Program had a record-breaking year in 2025. The Greater Ozark Regional Mother's Milk Depot collected more than 30,000 ounces of donated breast milk for medically fragile infants. That's amazing. That's a lot of, I'm just thinking of my time doing that, but that's enough for more than 91,000 feedings in neonatal ICUs across Missouri. Health officials say community donors are literally helping save lives. That's amazing. I mean,
Liquid gold.
it is liquid gold.
I know. I remember being super hormonal after my firstborn, and I had like pumped a bottle and I spilled the bottle. Like it's spilled milk.
Did you
We don't
cry?
cry for spilled milk.
No.
I sobbed like a baby. I was like, I worked so hard for that. Like it was like devastating. And Ethan's like,
what? You're crying over
it's a
breast
bottle
milk?
of milk. Like there's more. I'm like, no, you don't
No.
understand. Like,
No,
it was so yeah.
At the time when it's new and it's hard to start that process, and not everybody can do it. And so
Yeah.
I think that's amazing that there's women out there that can do that and donate. And you know, I
always
felt like a
the
cow
longest
when I was
time, which like now my kids are old enough, but I was like that awkward one who was like, I know you're a complete stranger, but if you're having trouble pumping or nursing, just call me. Let me be your coach. I'll cheer you. Like I
Oh my
so
goodness,
believe
you did that?
So believe all the time. I talk to more strangers
oh my word,
in my
Sarah.
life. Yes, because here's the thing. My mother has multiple sclerosis. I think you know this.
Yes,
in a
I do.
wheelchair.
Mhm.
So there was a study a long time ago that found that what MS patients are lacking is called myelin sheath.
Okay.
It's a covering around your nerves. Well, they found that it's in breast milk. You can't like duplicate. You can't recreate that synthetically.
Okay.
And it's in breast milk. So I'm like, yes, you can breastfeed. Yes, you will. Yes, it's hard. Stay committed. And I like get like kind of crazy about it. Like the coach in me, I'm a coach by nature. The coach in me comes out and people are like, I can't do it. It's too hard. Yes, you can. And
So
you will. Like,
did anybody give you the side eye of like, who is this woman? I mean,
oh, for sure.
and what in the
Yes.
world? This
Yes.
is a personal bubble you've just burst.
I know. I'm sorry. But I'm very passionate about it. As it turns off, my passion has waned a little bit since I've been so far out of that season.
Yeah.
But you just need to know that, yes, you can. Yes, you can. God's going to help you.
You can do hard
it.
things. You can
You
do
can do
hard
hard things.
Mhm.
See?
You got to keep the supply going, mamas.
There you
Seriously.
go. Yeah. Anyway.
It's hard for sure.
We like really digressed. Let's get
Sorry.
back on track. Okay. Back on the rails now. This is a fun story. Travel options from Springfield are expanding this summer. American Airlines will start weekly nonstop flights to Phoenix starting on May 23rd. So you can get tickets right now. Like they are already available. It's going to be a Saturday only service that runs from August 1st and marks the until it's, forever.
Yeah.
starting then, going forever, assuming it's popular. And it is the 5th route out of SGF, like direct.
Can I just say I love everything that the airport is doing and all of these lines. And I know we have Allegiant. It would be really great to have Southwest. That's probably a competitor for Allegiant, but so cool that, I mean, Phoenix, not soon enough because I'd like to go tomorrow, please, with all this cold weather.
No doubt. I love Phoenix. I love the desert.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty. So. It's pretty hot, but
it is that. It is that.
All right. Well, speaking of hot, who knew? It is apparently too cold, sadly, for Pineapple Whip. Okay. I got to thinking about Pineapple Whip with, this Arizona story.
Yeah, no doubt. I do.
Pineapple Whip.
Yeah.
Sadly, they've delayed its annual whip solstice because of the snow and dangerous cold. The pop-up event will now run next week, Wednesday through Sunday on South Campbell. The company says warmer weather next week should make it safer to open. And, they're in this little hut. So those poor people, they probably can't really have space heaters going with the Pineapple Whip. It melts.
Yeah, I mean, it's a super small space and it's very thin metal. So yeah. And it's funny that they say warmer weather is coming. Like, yes. Ish. It's not like it's,
I don't even know.
I mean, it is, but it's still cold. You know what I mean? Like we are in the middle of winter, no matter how you slice it. Yeah. But that's good. I'm a fan of Pineapple Whip. We'll see if the kids can, if we happen to drive by it and they can tell it's open, we're there. We're there.
Turn over the van.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Thanks for your time.
Happy Wednesday. You bet.
Yeah, happy Wednesday. Diana, thanks for getting up early. And everybody else, we hope you have a great day. And we will see you back here tomorrow morning.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. You are listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I hope you're having an enjoyable morning. It is Wednesday, January 28th, and it is a cold one out there this morning. We've got temperatures starting out in the single digits this morning, and there's a bit of a weather hazard this morning too in the form of fog, visibility reduced. And when we have the fog with such cold temperatures, what you can see is freezing fog across the Ozarks, and that is causing a few hazards out there this morning. So if you haven't gotten in the car yet, or if you're in the car now and you just haven't noticed it, be prepared. If you have low visibility, it's also likely that that fog is freezing on contact, especially with elevated surfaces, bridges, overpasses, things like that. They're going to get slick a little bit quicker than they typically would because of the frozen precipitation in the air. And it could even accumulate on the windshield a little bit. So plan a few extra minutes, take it slow on the drive this morning, and use caution if you are in an area of reduced visibility. I don't think we have the fog for long. It should burn off by mid-morning, and it's patchy at best. Really, I think the best opportunity to see some of the fog develop is going to be either side of Highway 60 and points south, closer to Table Rock Lake, all the way down along the far southern border of the state. We are going to see that best opportunity for some fog in the forecast, so do take it slow early this morning. There is a stationary boundary draped across our communities, contributing to some of that fog development today. Of course, we've got the snowpack around. That's not going anywhere in these cold temperatures. You may have seen some melting yesterday, refreezing then overnight. So some icy patches definitely on sidewalks, driveways, roads, places that have not been treated or cleared definitely could still pose a risk for some black ice. So be careful this morning. Continue to take it slow. We will see an opportunity to warm up in the forecast. Highs today in the upper 30s, and I've still got upper 30s in the forecast tomorrow. So more melting is on the way. I also think the sunshine is going to eventually come out today as the fog burns off. That sunshine and temperatures above freezing will lead to significant melting, but we're not going to melt off all the snowpack in just a couple days. I think it's going to be here for several days. especially because we've got another blast of really cold air heading into the Ozarks and another opportunity that comes with a bit of a snow chance. Thursday night into Friday morning, I think we could have some snow showers in the Ozarks. Not talking big accumulations here, really flurries at best. But the point is that it's a reinforcing shot of cold air. And boy, is it going to cool us down again after a couple of more mild days with highs in the upper 30s and low 40s today and tomorrow. We are going to feel the cold again. In fact, Friday morning, we may wake up in the low single digits, sub-zero temperatures possible again Friday morning. Wind chill values could be closer to -10. So we're once again talking about super dangerous cold for Friday morning. Friday afternoon, temperatures may stay in the low 20s, and it's looking like a cold weekend ahead again. We've got the sunshine, but the cold is going to stick around and really be a hazard for us as we get closer to the end of the week and into the weekend. Around the country, what's making headlines? It's rain that's moving into the Pacific Northwest. Portions of Western Oregon as well as Northern California seeing some of that rainfall in the forecast. Lake effect snow showers are also in the headlines today for the Great Lakes. That's going to taper off early in the day tomorrow. And another storm, another doozy of a storm heading for the East Coast that could provide additional major snowfall accumulations for Boston, New York City, and much of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. That is what's on tap for this weekend. So our friends up to the north are seeing kind of a 1-2 punch with the winter storms. You're going to hear about that in the national news headlines, definitely. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. How many U.S. states were significantly impacted by the major winter storm that we just had this last week? It brought heavy snow, crippling ice, and affected over 200 million people under some type of winter weather advisory or warning, or saw some impacts from the winter weather. How many of our states? Do you think it was 9, 24, 34, or 40? Well, it wasn't quite 40, but it was 34, which is an insanely big storm. I have family all over the country, and we were kind of texting on a text thread like, oh, what are you getting out on the East Coast? What are you getting up in Chicago? What are you getting down in Texas? And everybody was dealing with the same winter storm, which was unusual. It was such a massive winter storm and affected more than 200 million. This next one set for the weekend, not quite as expansive, but definitely impactful for our friends in the Northeast. All right, here's the trivia question that I have for you tomorrow. Which 19th century naval officer and scientist is credited with coining the term forecast and issuing the first daily weather predictions in a newspaper? Who do you think did this? Do you think it was A, Sir Francis Beaufort, B, Luke Howard, C, Anders Celsius, or D, Robert Fitzroy? You can let me know your guess if you know the answer to this one. That's at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening this morning to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Take it slow this morning. Freezing fog possible, and it could cause some slick spots, so slow it down on the morning drive. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow morning. Thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Gruboff Chevrolet. I'll be back again early tomorrow.